Hi, I'm John Festinger, and this is News of the Week, video blog edition for October 15th, 2014, in association with the UBC Faculty of Law's Video Game Law course. This week, I'm not sure I was avoiding it, but I am going to talk about aspects of Gamergate, a subject that many people I suspect wish didn't exist, but in our much less than utopian society does in fact exist. I'm sure most everyone knows what it is, but Gamergate involves a number of threats against prominent women in the video game world, including Anita Sarkeesian and Brianna Wu, and also involved criticism of Zoe Quinn, a journalist, for conflicts of interest which appear in fact to not be correct at all. The interesting thing was that there was a morphing of Gamergate when those allegations turned out to not be correct, into a more generalized criticism of video game journalism. This is interesting because it's pretty well a classic case of cognitive dissonance, where if someone is wrong, they rationalize their previous position with some additional new facts. So the abject hatred of women and misogyny now turns into a more generalized criticism of video game journalism. And that criticism itself may or may not be warranted, but let me point out what I hope will be obvious, and also point it out from the perspective of someone who's been a media lawyer and a newsroom lawyer in particular for very large chunks of my career, and I'm currently teaching media law in the Graduate School of Journalism at UBC, so hopefully what I say has some credibility. These issues of conflict of interest in journalism are very generalized issues. They're very important issues, but they're hardly about video gaming. In fact, if you want an example of where they exist even a little bit more seriously, I would turn attention to sports journalism, for example, for reasons that would take too long in the current context. So there's a certain sense of artificiality and pretense in Gamergate becoming about journalism. Start a new hashtag, journalismgate. Don't make it misogynistic, and look into video game journalism seriously, and not as a reaction to past inaccuracies and past mistakes, and sort of take the cognitive dissonance out of it. That may yield a better result. If that doesn't happen, if this doesn't get recast in a proper framework, then in essence, what's really happening is that comfort is being given to those who threaten murder and attacks on women. And this neat trick, very unneat trick, in fact, of taking something misogynistic and rationalizing it through what may be a valid criticism on something pretty distant from where all of this started, really ends up just enabling those men who threaten women. And in that context, is itself probably unethical, if not illegal. Hope you join me next week, and hope you agree that I certainly didn't avoid the subject this time. Thanks.